So I am in the middle of a kitchen rebuild and I was looking for the perfect lift hinges for my upper cabinet doors. We are remodeling this kitchen so we could install this 1961 Frigidaire flare, and we wanted the upper short cabinets to have lift doors instead of the traditional two side swinging doors. I wanted hinges that were robust, soft close, easy to install, adjustable, compact, and had hassle-free operation. That's why I chose the Utrusta lift hinges from IKEA. I remembered how great these hinges were when we built and installed an IKEA kitchen at a previous house in 2018. Sure enough, IKEA still sells these. We no longer live near an IKEA, but we were able to purchase these online and have them shipped. Menards has a similar style hinge for their Clearview cabinet, and Home Depot lists a similar style hinge on their website for about $50 a pair. What makes these hinges great are they are actually from Blum. Blum hinges are known for their quality and are considered top tier. The IKEA branded version of these hinges are significantly cheaper than the same hinge that Blum sells. These hinges are great for any cabinet build, are DIY friendly, and will provide a high-end vibe to your cabinets. The instructions, like any IKEA instruction manual, can be hard to decipher and understand, but I will show you how easy these are to install. The manual shows how to install these in many different configurations. However, I will only show you the most traditional way. Before I get into the install, I will show you my cabinets. I built faceless cabinet boxes with pre-finished plywood. I built full width, full overlay doors. And by full width, I mean the doors are actually like 1/8 of an inch to maybe 3/16 of an inch shorter in length and width than the cabinet box dimensions to achieve the gaps between the other doors and the trim. Now on to the installation. First, we install the lift mechanisms. These are not left or right specific. The assembly will have a yellow space block attached to the end. If it's not in place, find it in the bag and clip it in place. This assures that the lift is installed to the correct depth from the face of the cabinet box. The tangs on the top of the mechanism space it correctly from the top of the cabinet box. You will then screw in 3 screws through the lift hinge. There are 4 holes total, so install 2 screws through the front 2 holes and install a screw through whichever hole you want at the rear. This is now installed and you can remove the yellow spacer. Now go ahead and do the other side. Next, we will work on the door plate. There is a template in the parts bag that is oriented differently depending on which side of the door you are working on. With the inside of the door facing up, I will be working on the left side first, and the 2 tangs that face the same direction on the small end will face up. The other tangs that face down will align the template to the edge of the door. Once in place, you will see where the 4 mounting holes will be. Use a pencil or pen to transfer the hole locations to the door. It's wise to pre-drill, and depending on the material you are using, you might get away without doing so. However, I chose to pre-drill my holes. Make sure you do not go through the material. I only went in about 3/8 of an inch through these 3/4 inch MDF doors. After pre-drilling, align the mounting plate. Use 4 of the included short screws and tighten it down. After mounting that, let's work on the right side. You will flip the template over, and the 2 tangs on the same small end will now face down. Align the template with the edge of the door and repeat the steps you did for the other side. This tends to go pretty quick. Just make sure you don't drill through your door or you will have a bad day. Once the mounting plate is installed, we are ready to clip the door onto the lift mechanism. The lift arms have a safety mechanism on them that prevent them from kicking you in the face. Simply depress the orange button upwards and it will release the arm so you can open it. Open both sides. Now place the groove at the edge of the mounting bracket into the inside end of the arm. Once you have it engaged, simply push the front of the door down into the arm so it clicks into place. Do it for both sides. Now let's test the door. You may need to perform some adjustments. Luckily, these are very adjustable. You can adjust the door lift tension, the left to right, up and down, and the in and out. So grab a T25 Torx bit or Torx driver and make some adjustments. My lift tension was a little weak. Adjusting the screw on the lower arm near the lift mechanism will increase or decrease the tension. Next, I needed to adjust the in and out. IKEA supplied these small bumpers, but I used the same bumpers for the other doors to ensure a uniform depth. Once I installed these bumpers, I could make accurate adjustments to the in and out depth. The screw on the very end of the arm closest to you is for the depth adjustment. Now that looks pretty good. Now I didn't need to do this, but the hole in between the two screws is where the left to right adjustment screw is located. And last, the adjustment screws towards the top of the door is the up and down adjustment. And the last thing we need to do is snap the covers on. I also found some replacement covers from Blum that are gray, and I assume they will work on these lift hinges. So if you don't like white, you have some options. So I will post a link to the hinges down below in the comments. But if you have any questions about them, how they operate, or any installation details, don't hesitate to reach out in the comments.